my mom, what happens, my mom tells me, you know, when a man cries, he's dangerous.
Being African,
Yeah. He can even kill you. So you go apologize. Imagine.
Make peace.
Go make peace. Imagine. So I say, okay, mom has a point. This is a man and he's crying.
You need to go make peace.
But I was also furious because I know as much as my mom is telling me go apologize, I still have some answering to do. So I get to town, board a car to go his place. So when I get there, the first thing I ask him is, why did you call my mom? What he tells me is, do you know I don't have a mother?
He's trying to play smart. He's actually trying to make you feel guilty.
Yes, he's playing with my emotions. I'll feel guilty, I'll feel bad. You have a mother. And he tells me, your mother is the only mother I have.
Oh my goodness. So let me ask you, Patricia, as part of abuse, do you think emotional abuse is part of what someone would term as abuse?
Exactly. Because if it wasn't for the emotional abuse that gets to trigger you, and you know, once you feel guilty, you just feel the need of paying for the pain you've caused someone. So if someone plays with the emotions, you feel guilty, and subconsciously you'll always want to be there.
You are watching Art in Heart, your home of authentic conversations.
Karibuni, welcome to Elimishwe kwa maswala ya jamii. Tutumbuizwe sana mbalimbali, tujuzwe juu ya matukio ya kila pembe, twawapa burudani kwa familia nzima. Art in Heart.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. This is Against All Odds. My name is Rinari, and you're watching Art in Heart. Patricia, karibu sana to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, so today we are indulging matters toxic relationships. Patricia, how have you been?
I am doing quite okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Tell us something about yourself.
Okay, as my name is Patricia. I'm a model, both commercial and fashion. I'm also an actress, and I'm also an entrepreneur dealing with hair and skin products known as Joa Naturals.
Joa Naturals.
Yeah.
Okay. So Patricia, let's just dive right into it. Talking about toxic relationships. What's your story like?
Wow. Okay. On relationships. So I'll start with the toxic relationship. I'll basically take you through it.
Okay.
So I think 3 or 4 years back, when I was dating some toxic guy. You know, the African setup, the African setup is you just can't date anyone. Having African parents.
Wait, you just can't date anyone, or you just can't date
you
at
can't
a particular
date,
age?
Whatever There's no dating. There is no dating. How are you even dating?
Okay.
Why are you even dating?
I get you. I hear you.
Yeah. So one, that was illegal. I was in a relationship.
Okay.
And some certain guy, we went to separate high schools. I was in a girls only school, and he was in a mixed school. So he had a girlfriend in the mixed school. I had no idea.
This is you dating while in high school?
Yes, very illegal.
Oh my goodness.
Very illegal.
Okay.
So after high school, the other girl becomes my friend through social media. She actually DMs me on Instagram, and she says she wants to be my friend. So I didn't know at the moment there was anything between them. So one night she just video calls me and tells me, okay, hi Pat, you know this? Me and this guy have a thing. And I'm like, whoa, hold on.
Now that's her and your boyfriend?
Yes. And so I don't know what to do because I've never been in a relationship. So I'm like, okay, what do I even do? So I call the guy and ask him, is this true? So there's a lot of confrontation. And finally, the lady tells me, you know what, just stay with the guy, he loves you.
That's after they break up, or even when they're still together?
I don't know if they've broken up. Okay, from my end, I'm told they break up. They've broken up.
Okay.
what kind of pissed me off, this guy has been telling me he can't take me out because he's just from school, he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have money. But the other lady, hey, my friend, has been, amepelekwa kila mahali, you know?
Usually, when you guys are going out, he's unable to take you out.
Exactly.
But on the other end, he's actually going out with that other lady and spending cash on her.
What are you saying?
Okay.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
So it happens that, so now after realizing there's another party and they claim to have broken ties and everything, he becomes so good for the first 2 months. Okay. He becomes so good.
What does he do in those 2 months?
Okay, he's checking on me, you know, like, hi babe, what are you doing? Babe, I've gotten this small money, let me share it with you. And you're like, oh, I found the right guy.
All a woman wants.
I found the right guy.
Okay.
So what happens is, with time, I've always had interest in the art side of world when it comes to modeling and acting. So I was growing my portfolio. So I knew different photographers, different producers.
You basically just grew your network.
Yes.
Okay.
So what happens is that he starts claiming he's insecure about me relating with other people. And me being a good girlfriend, I said, what? Okay, here are my socials. You can have them. Okay? Here's my email password. Here's my Instagram. Here's my Facebook. Okay, he literally had access to everything so that he can see I ain't doing anything fishy.
In you doing that, were you doing it as part of being a loyal girlfriend? Because I actually think there's a big difference between being stupid and being loyal. So I don't know. What's the difference? What's the difference?
Okay, I was stupid. From my side, I will say I was stupid. Because how on heaven's name will you just give someone your passwords? Kumbuka, this is also M-PESA we're talking about. This is M-PESA we're talking about.
Maybe you're naive?
That is being stupid.
You just loved
that is being stupid. Because you claim you love someone, but what you're doing, because at the end of the day, I don't even know any of his passwords. Hadi, there are some accounts I don't even know the username.
Okay.
But you see, for me, he has everything. So that's being stupid. Because I would have said, no. Okay, it's either you trust me or stay.
Yeah, you either trust me or just trust me.
So I chose to be stupid.
Okay, so you gave him your passwords. And then what happened?
So he has my passwords. He can see everyone I talk to. So, you know, when you're in school, like in campus, you're in different groups and you just have friends who, when ukiona leo hauendi class, you have to talk to them. So this particular day, he wakes up, picks my phone. No, he actually calls me and asks, where are you? I tell him I'm heading to school. Then he tells me, no, just pass by my place. So when I get there, he asks for my phone. He goes through any contact, any male contact on my phone. He texts him.
Saying what? Don't
ever text me again. Okay. So for those people who knew me were like, no, this is something Pat cannot
what is
do.
happening? What is happening to
So
Pat?
when someone calls back, hey, my friend.
So when someone calls back, he picks it
and he's very abusive.
Okay. If I'm getting right, this person, this gentleman that you're going out with, took your phone and, from the onset, he had your passwords.
Yeah.
So even when with your passwords, he was able to access all the conversations you had with either a friend or any other party outside your relationship.
Yes.
So he ended up texting them.
Yes.
And when texting them, once they call back, he gets abusive.
Yeah, he would blow up.
Ooh,
he would blow up, and now many people did, they literally pulled away from me. Because there's no way your partner can call me and abuse me and you don't do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So I started becoming lonely with time.
Okay. So basically when he's doing this, he's trying to get everyone else into your space. Okay, everyone who was into your space, he's trying to seclude you from them.
Exactly.
Okay, so what we'll do is, as we continue with the manipulative bit, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
You are watching at InHeart, your home of authentic conversations.
Once you choose to live a life of integrity, it won't be easy. But it is something that is possible.
It's a difficult choice to do.
Yeah, like you see, what we know, or rather what I know, watu wanasema politics is a dirty game. So ni kama imechafuliwa kabisa.
Yeah.
But there's a way that you yourself can live a life of integrity. You can live your life whereby whatever you say is actually what you do. And we find someone like Daniel in the Bible.
Yeah.
Do you know Daniel served 4 governments? But still, he was a man that lived for God.
You are watching at In Heart, your home of authentic conversations.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For those who are joining us for the first time, you're watching Against All Odds. This is Art in Heart. Back to where we were. You know, this guy has all your passwords now, and he's calling back everyone on your contact list, abusing them. What happens after that?
Okay, so what happens? Okay, now he's literally already eliminated my friends, and not only the male friends, like female friends. If he's had me talk about some particular girl severally, he eliminates them and he tells me this is bad company for you.
Okay.
So in short, I am forced to be a loner. So one particular day, okay, we remember I'm in a African setup. Okay, why are you dating?
No dating.
That is the first question my mom will even ask me, why are you dating?
Unafanya nini na huyu mwanaume?
Yes. So me nimekanyagia. Like, I don't want anyone to know about it. So there's this particular time, some guy had called me for a job.
Okay.
And the job was for advertising some liquor. So I called up my friends,
Okay.
two female friends. And so we went, met the guy. So when we were still there, I don't know what snapped into my guy. So he just calls me and asks, where are you? Okay. So I told him, I'm going to meet a certain person because of a particular job. And she tells me, I am giving you 5 minutes, you be back here. Now, you know, the distance here, 5 minutes, is not even possible. It's not possible.
Wait, 5 minutes from the meeting you had
Yes.
back to where he was.
Exactly.
He's not giving you a reason why. It's not an
No
emergency.
reason.
He's just panicking that you're not with him.
Yeah. So, my friend tells me, just brush it off. Okay, don't listen to him. Are you going to look for the money or are you going to follow him? So I said, okay, money lazima. Because at the end of the day, I used to provide for him. Because he will tell me,
You're
missing a
funding the
job,
relationship.
sina anything. So what happens? I assume him. So when he called my phone, my friend is the one who picked the phone. And he started shouting at my
At your friend?
Yes. Alkanambia, give her back the phone. Why are you picking the phone? Are you Patricia? So my friend asked me, how do you even survive with this person?
He's abusive, he's shouting.
So I opted to like block his calls. So what he did, he called my mom crying. So
He
called
had your
my
mom's number.
He had everyone's number.
But wait
he
a
just had
minute.
never spoken to them.
And your mom didn't know that this guy existed. So this guy had your mom's number. Where did he get it from?
From my phone, of
He
course.
stole or you gave it to
No,
him?
I had given him like, babe, if
had-
anything happens,
Oh my God.
you know,
You can reach my mom.
you can reach my mom.
Shock
you can
on
reach,
you.
yeah. So he calls my mom crying. I don't know what he tells my mom, but when I'm in the matatu headed to town, my mom calls me. And my mom, what happens? My mom tells me, you know, when a man cries, he's dangerous.
Being Africa, amefika mwisho, mwanaume
Amefika
amefika
mwisho,
mwisho,
he can even kill you. So you go apologize. Imagine.
make peace.
Go make peace. Imagine. So I say, okay, mom has a point. This is a man and he's crying.
You need to go make peace.
But I
with
was
that
also
man.
furious because I know as much as my mom is telling me go apologize, I still have some answering to do. So I get to town, board a car to
Go home.
his place. So when I get there, the first thing I ask him is, why did you call my mom? What he tells me is, do you know I don't have a mother?
He's trying to play smart. He's actually trying to make you feel guilty.
Yes, he's playing with my emotions. I'll feel guilty. I'll feel bad. You have a mother. And he tells me, your mother is the only mother I have.
Oh my goodness. So let me ask you, Patricia, as part of abuse, do you think emotional abuse is part of what someone would term as abuse?
Exactly. Because if it wasn't for the emotional abuse that gets to trigger you, and you know, once you feel guilty, you just feel the need of paying for the pain you've caused someone. So if someone plays with the emotions, you feel guilty, and subconsciously you'll always want to be there.
Yeah, you want to make it up for them.
Yes, it's just messed up.
Okay, so he calls your mom, you get home, you make peace with him.
Which piece? So I get there at 8 p.m. We argue until 3 a.m.
Arguing about what?
He's bringing up different things from things that I never knew existed.
Okay.
So he
okay.
asks, why did this guy DM you? You have to explain. Why did you go here on this day? You have to explain.
What happened to those Instagram accounts, Facebook? Were they still operational to this point?
Okay, I'm getting there.
Okay.
So you see, we are arguing. This is from 8 to 3, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. And it's actually on the road.
Okay.
Because he stays with the dad.
So you couldn't visit where
So
he
the dad
stayed.
will actually wonder, what are these two people arguing about? So what happens? We're on the road. So at 3 may I tell him, okay, you win, I'm sorry.
Let me just go home.
Yeah, so I go home. Actually, I had moved out of where I used to stay with a guardian because of that.
It was too much to handle.
Yes, there's pressure from the guardian. You're expected to do this. The people there look at you like, this girl does not listen to anyone. So I had to move out. So I get to my place. Around 20 minutes later, I think 3:20 a.m., I hear a knock on my door.
The guy has come.
When I open the door, he's there and he's like, why did you walk out on me?
Wait a minute. You've been arguing from 8 p.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning.
On the road.
That's more than 6 hours.
Yeah.
And he still has the guts to come and knock on your door at 3:30.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And the first thing is, why did you walk out on me? And I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So he just walks. Me, I don't know where he goes to, he walks. So me, I've had a long day. I have my mom to answer to. So I just locked the door. And actually started crying because I was wondering, okay, what is all this for?
You couldn't even understand what was happening.
I couldn't understand. And the worst part is, you can't tell anyone because you don't have friends. You're just by yourself. So the next day, he actually came by himself at around 9 a.m.
Okay.
I remember I was preparing to go to school. So he comes and tells me I have been rude. And then the thing he said is, unadhania we ni msichana mrembo, we ndio msichana mrembo zaidi kwa hii dunia.
Yeah, he's actually trying to make you feel he is the one who has chosen and no one else.
Not he's trying, he made me feel. He made me feel. Actually, for a moment, he made me feel ugly.
Yeah, he's dealt with your self-esteem.
0 levels.
I hear you.
So I was like, so this guy is actually doing me a favor,
by going out with you.
By going out with me. No one would want. He's actually saying, hakuna mtoto akupenda kama mimi. And I was there. So I was like, hey, this guy is doing me a favor. I owe him a lot. I owe him my world. Yani, akisema bweka, I will back.
You will follow everything he does at his command. You will do it.
Command. So after that, we actually get to a point where it's always argument. So schools are closed and my mom tells me to get back home.
So you go back home.
So I go back home. So when I'm home, it's always argument after argument. So one day he texts me and tells me, you'll have to pick your social media or me.
You can't have both.
You can't have both. And I have struggled with my social media, so I know the pain. So I told him, instead of deleting my account, we can actually sell it. He went silent for around 20 minutes. When he came back, he tells me, I've already deleted your Instagram account.
Oh my goodness.
Permanently.
This is something you've been building as part of your career. Someone has the guts to come and delete it.
Yeah.
Just because of insecurities.
Claimed insecurities. Yeah. So he deleted it and I thought he was joking. But when I tried logging in,
it was not there anymore.
It was not there. And he wasn't even sorry about it.
What did he say?
He said he did the right thing for us.
Wow. Okay.
He said, I have done the right thing for us.
How was your reaction after that?
Okay, what could I do?
I don't know. Did you separate yourself from him? Did you
go
and apologize?
No. I actually told him sorry for making him feel that way.
But he's actually deleted your account, which means a lot to you at this point.
I didn't care because he's already made me feel like he's everything I need. So I tell him sorry. And I think things will change, but no. So every day at around 10 p.m. he's calling. Every day at 10 p.m. he's calling.
Saying what?
Arguing. Okay.
About nothing that exists.
Yes. He will just sit and think of something and call me and say, alafu sasa ni argument. So my sister sleeps the opposite room. One day she asked me, what are you two people always arguing about? So that day he called me and my sister picked the phone. And my sister just told him politely, let Patricia rest. Do you know he literally shouted at my sister, give Patricia back the phone. Hey? My sister's like, no.
Okay, Patricia, do you think this guy was struggling with something, or it was just who he was?
No, that's him.
That's just him.
That's just him.
And there's nothing wrong with him, like at all.
Because if something is wrong with you, Rina, I believe you would actually apologize
And try make it up.
and try make it up. But if you've already fed your ego that you deserve this, you deserve the best, and no one else matters, you literally crush people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Actually, remember a certain time, I knelt and begged my mother to call this guy and tell him that I am sorry. And Mamanga, can you
Kenyan parent, African.
imagine?
So your mom called the guy.
Yeah, my mom called the guy because I think they had seen I'm headed to a certain
the wrong
direction. So not to make me feel bad, what they did was actually call him and spoke to him.
Okay.
And another day he still called my dad, but my dad was an easygoing person. He didn't have
So he didn't create a big deal out of it.
So my dad actually just called me from the room and asked me, Patricia, do you know this guy? And I was like, yeah. And he said, okay. See, so when I get back to the room, the guy tells me through the phone, actually wanted to tell your dad to tell you how to behave.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hanging out with Patricia, and we are basically just talking about matters relating toxic relationships. So this is getting interesting, where you're going out with someone and suddenly they become very manipulative. They have all your passwords. They start abusing your friends and trying to seclude you from your friends. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back briefly.
The day you will lose your job, they'll tell you now I'm the head because I supply everything. Is leadership or being the head an economical power? Those are some of the most important questions this year we'll be asking ourselves.
Yep.
Because if you think a lion is a cow, your thought process does not matter, you shall be destroyed.
Okay.
This gentleman called your dad. How does your dad respond to this?
Okay, something I liked about my dad is he had the Europe mentality.
Okay. What does
Like
that mean?
he was okay with the whole
Everything
thing.
and anything.
Yes. He was okay with the whole thing. And like my mom's reaction, my dad actually brushed it off.
African mothers.
But you see, one thing my dad used to tell my mom is that this guy is not a good person. The guy was dating. But my mom used to say the guy is a good person because he's reporting me. He's reporting me that I'm going out. No, he was literally kind of turning my mom against me. But I don't question myself. I'm like, yeah, he's right. I am not behaving in the right way. Like he's literally...
I'm the problem. He's
I'm
not
the
making you
problem.
question yourself.
Yes. I'm like, okay, I'm the problem. Because he just... Why can't I complain about him? He's the one who's always complaining about me.
you.
Yes. So that happens. So one day, I'm on my phone, I'm on Facebook, and when I decide to look at his page, I find he still has posted the other lady.
The one who he was going out with while in high school. Okay.
So you see, I don't have the courage to face him. So what I do is block him on Facebook. So that is the day the devil decided, let this guy realize you've blocked him.
So he actually realized that you blocked him.
He realizes at what time? Around 11 p.m. is when he realizes.
He calls you at 11.
Yes. And you see, for him, when he calls the phone, you should answer. Inaringia nani? You should
Why
answer
are you
your phone. Why are you not picking the call? So me, I picked up at 11. Actually, I just picked the phone and I'm like, hello. Why have you blocked me? So he decided to block me. Oh, no, he starts the noise.
Shouting and causing chaos.
And at this point, my mental health was actually so low. So I just threw a stool next to me. So I threw this stool to the door.
Oops.
And
At
my
night.
sister had it. Yeah. So sister yangu akakuja and she picked the phone and she just hung up. Yeah. So after hanging up, she actually switches it off. And she tells me, it's time you love yourself. What is this?
This guy is causing you more harm than good.
Yeah, she told me it's time you love yourself. So she takes away the phone and she tells me if I do anything stupid, she's going to wake my mom up.
Okay.
Because, you know, at this point, I feel like I can't stay away from this guy. I can't stay there talking to him. So I feel like going and take the phone from my sister, but
And calling him,
so
apologizing.
I can't risk my mom being involved. So I just have to calm myself and stay locked in the room.
Okay.
So the next day, my sister actually told my mom and dad what had happened.
That night.
Yeah. And I was told, huwezi kuwa na simu tena. So I actually start locking myself up in the room. I don't want to leave the room. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. And that is when it dawns on my parents, I'm depressed.
Okay. How are you feeling in this season? You know, you don't have your phone. This guy's not there anymore. What was going through your mind?
You know, it was a tough time because I felt like unajua ukiona you're used to something and then it's taken away from you.
Yeah.
So you don't even think about the damage it's caused you.
You still want it.
You still want it. So you even feel like your parents are the evil people in the whole story.
Yeah. Because
Like
they're
they don't
keeping
want
you away
anything
from
good
that
for
thing
you.
that you want.
Yes. So I'm locking myself up. So I get some guy's number who's a tattoo artist. I start getting nachorwa. I start getting tattoos because I would feel some ease when I'm drawn. That pain.
That's pain.
Yeah. So I get piercings. And you know, in the back of society's mind, they're like, this girl is just spoiled.
They actually do not understand that you're dealing with something. Yes. And the only way you know how to deal with it is through the piercings.
The pain. The pain. Because I once tried cutting myself. But okay, najipenda. So
you're like, nah, this one is not working.
That's too much. So I opted for the tattoos and piercings. So I started reading. Initially, I wasn't a fan of books, but I started reading podcasts. Immediately, simu kinyang'anywa, you know, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, and you need to keep yourself busy.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't want to see my parents because I feel like they're villains. So we'll fight all the time. So there's some lady who's a counselor, so I was connected to her.
This is now you trying to move away from the relationship and get yourself back.
Honestly, it wasn't voluntarily.
Oh, it was forceful.
It was forceful. Because now your parents have seen, huyu tutampoteza.
We need to help you out.
Yeah. So I go for the counseling. So it took me around 3 to 4 months to get over all that.
Gentleman. In this period, in the 3 to 4 months while you're seeking counseling, doing the piercings, was this guy reaching out?
No.
He just disappeared.
He disappeared. He
completely.
Vanished. He vanished. So you see, after the 4th month, like, okay, my parents see this lady is stable now. So they give me back my phone. And I'm back on socials. So I think 2 days after nimepewa simu, this guy literally called. Okay, I pick the phone and he tells me, nimejikata kidole kwa sababu yako.
Nakufikiria.
Yeah.
This guy for 4 months has not looked for you.
He has my mom's number, my sister's number, my dad's number.
Forget about those numbers.
He would have
called.
He
knows where you stay. If he had an opportunity, he'd actually come.
He would.
But he's not returned for 4 months.
No.
So what makes you think that even that minute when he's calling you, telling you, amejikata sijui nini, what makes you think he's actually truthful?
Okay, for a moment, I was like, okay, maybe it's true. Okay, maybe it's true. Okay, this guy ananipenda, he even cut himself. And then he sends me the photo of
the finger.
The finger somewhere. It was around somewhere here. He sends me photos hivi. Nyingi, the finger bleeding, you know. So, kuna ile tu reaction nilikuwa nayo. I was actually going to call him. Then sitanga kanza, what are you doing? And nikamwambia, this guy amejikata.
Are you a doctor?
Sistangu alichoka. And she asked me, after all you've been through.
Going back, Jackie.
Going back.
And you're not a doctor. So like you can even heal that finger. You can seek assistance elsewhere.
I know. So I'm like, okay, I won't talk.
So you went quiet on him.
So I kept quiet. 2 days later, he calls. So this time around, my sister picks the phone and says, hello. And he says, nimegongwa na gari. Juu yako. I was thinking about you. Nikicross nikagongwa na gari. Okay. So the first thing my sister asked was, uko hosi gani?
Umegongwa na gari, even calling. Umetoa wapi nguvu ya kupiga simu umegongwa na gari?
I should have thought that way. I didn't. I saw I was stupid. I did not. So my sister asked, uko hosi gani? He's not saying uko hosi gani. So my sister told me, now it's your choice. If you want to go back and be this guy, that's up to you. At this point,
I have done my best.
because literally that is something. If you hit, you'll definitely tell me, I'm in this hospital. Okay, if you need
Yeah.
any assistance,
Come see me or call this person.
yeah.
Interesting. So at this point, this guy wants after your story, Ahosi, do you stop talking to him completely? Does he still keep reaching out, or what really happens for you until today?
Okay, so what happens is I actually keep quiet, so I don't talk to him. But he had 2 notorious friends who used to know me as well. So the friends are the ones who used to reach out
On
to
his
me,
behalf.
yeah, and tell me, this guy misses you. This guy does not have a normal life. You just know here, you know the thing called bro zone. Bro code.
They're trying to, bro code. It's called bro code.
So I wouldn't reach out and everything. So I just kept quiet and decided, no, I
Ain't my
can't do
thing.
this anymore.
I am done.
I am done.
It's been real.
It's I've suffered enough.
No suffering anymore.
I can't no more. I can't.
Okay. Patricia, if I may take you back a bit, you mentioned that in this relationship, there was a bit of fighting, arguing. Do you think that is something that people need to entertain in relationships?
No. What were you entertaining? What are you entertaining? Kama ni viboko.
Maybe this person loves me
education
enough
system.
Ulichapwa enough shule.
Education umechapwa ya kutosha. So why would someone you expect to be your partner be the reason of pain?
I know. And actually going out with them because you want to be happy.
You want to be happy. So
I hear you.
what is it for?
Looking into our society lately, there's been a lot of, people dying or other people killing each other. Do you think it's also a result of entertaining manipulative or other toxic partners?
Yes, it is. Because, okay, you get into a relationship with someone.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
Love, happiness, joy, go out. Every good thing that you can name.
Every good thing. So it starts with a small abuse. Someone tells you, when in mjinga.
You're like, pole.
Like, that is something small. The next day, he tells you something bigger. The next day, something bigger. That person already knows he owns you.
And there's nothing you can do.
And there's nothing you can do. So the moment you try have a social life outside, he'll feel like someone else is trying to take their place. And the only way they can deal with it is eliminating you.
So what you're saying is slowly this person, the abuse grows from a small thing to another, and grows to something bigger.
Exactly.
And they start being controlling
Exactly.
to a point that they cannot do without you. And
Exactly.
they cannot make peace with someone else trying to be into your space. So the best way they know how to is to,
eliminate you.
It's either I have you. If not, no one else can have you.
No one can.
Wow, Patricia, as we wind up, what would be your advice to anyone who is struggling or rather stuck in a toxic relationship?
Okay, why are you even stuck? Why are you even
Patricia,
why
you've been
are
in
you
love.
even stuck
You've
there?
been in love. You know how hard it is to break up with someone.
I beg.
You know how hard it is.
Look at my age back then. Okay, honestly, I don't understand how. Okay, I don't say that because I was out, nimetoka huko, but I just don't understand how you'll tolerate
An
bare
abusive
minimum
person.
abusiveness
Okay.
in your relationship.
But Patricia, authentically speaking, you've been there.
Yeah, I've been
You know
there.
how hard it is to separate from someone you have been going out with for a while and they start being abusive. What is the best way to slowly get out of such a relationship?
One thing I learned from all that is that you should always work on your frame. I'm telling you, at this point, I can't tolerate such things.
You're done.
Okay, why are you asking me where I am? Why are you asking who am I
with?
How does that concern you?
You either trust me.
You either trust
just
me or
trust
stay.
me. I know.
So if your partner is always asking, unafanya na nani?
Kwa nini?
Wapi?
I hear you.
And it's not like you've asked for anything. That is one red flag. Just move. Just move.
Watch out.
These people who act clingy and then they say, it's my nature.
I'm just like this.
Nature for who? Nature
I hear
for
you.
who?
I hear you.
You know?
I hear you.
That is someone who has something in the back of their mind and they're literally dangerous. So if you can just save yourself, just love yourself in short.
Love yourself. Depende mami.
Depende.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was it from us today. Thank you for joining. Patricia, thank you again for being part of this show today.
You're welcome.
Yes. Until next time, I have been your host, Ree, and you're watching Art in Heart.
umenisafisha, ukanizingira dhidi ya dhoruba. Nafsi na kuamrisha, inuka umpe sifa, uhimidiwe,
Uhimidiwe,
uhimidiwe, uhimidiwe, uhimidiwe, uhimidiwe, uhimidiwe,
uhimidiwe.
oh, anayetukomboa, yatuponya magonjwa, yatuvika wema nazo huruma. Nanyi nawakaribisha, inukeni tumpe sifa, uhimidiwe, 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 Yesu we, uhimidiwe,
Uhimidiwe,
oh, uhimidiwe, uhimidiwe,
uhimidiwe,
oh, uhimidiwe, 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 uhimidiwe,
uhimidiwe.
nafsi yangu na kuamrisha sasa, usisahau alokutendea, alikukinga, amekuokoa, kuna budi ila kumuimbia, nafsi yangu na kuamrisha sasa,